Welcome to NorCal Sports TV. Today we're streaming Allan Hancock and Marin College. Get the starting lineup for Allan Hancock College. Shane Carney coming back off a medical redshirt year, 5'9" guard, sophomore out of Los Angeles. We also have number 0, Glenn Jordan, a freshman. Kevin Baines, sophomore out of Houston.
He's 6'6", 215. He's a freshman out of Visalia, California, LD
Trenton Mitchell, number 5. And Spirit Ricks will be starting as well for the Bulldogs. This is D&I filling in for our normal commentators just to help you enjoy this stream today. Don't forget to subscribe to NorCal Sports TV, our YouTube channel. Both teams coming in today with losing records early in the year. Allan Hancock's 1-2. They have a win against West Hills, Kalinga 79-68. Lost a close one to West Valley 74-73, and then Sequoias they lost to 71-66. Coach I and staff have changed the starting lineup a little bit. Marin College only played one game so far this year. They're 0-1. Lost a close one as well to Skyline College 77-75. So far as stats go this year, leading the Bulldogs in points per game, Shane Carney, mentioned him earlier, getting to come back for his third year due to a medical redshirt, averaging 15.7 points a game so far. And then Devin Davis is the only other Bulldog averaging double figures at 10 points a game. He'll come off the bench. Spirit Ricks averaging just under 10 points a game with 9.7 points per game. And for Marin, in their one game, had two players with 24 points. Eric Marreri and Derek Morgan both averaging 24 points per game. Not a lot of production from there on out, though. So We'll go ahead with the tip-off. And Allan Hancock will take the tip. Already have some stoppage of play here. Usually with these tournaments and early on in the daytime, might have some issues with the scores table as they get things organized, especially this early on in the year with volleyball and other sports. It's hard to get staff sometimes. So Shane Carney will bring the ball up for the Bulldogs. Spirit Ricks with a nice little fadeaway. Gets the Bulldogs on the board early. Marin looking inside early on. 3-point off the backboard's missed. Kevin Cartman will get the rebound. Out of bounds. Ball's going to Marin. Well, Marin barely gets the ball in bounds. Garrick Sherrod will penetrate. Nice little step through in traffic. And Marin gets on the board early on as well. Spirit Rick's going to come off a ball screen. Bulldogs moving the ball around. Looks like we have a foul on the play, push off on the rebound. Spirit Ricks will be awarded his first foul of the game. Bulldogs going to put the full court press on. Press usually effective early on in the season. Have a nice trap. And there we go, the first steal. The press works. Three's off the mark. And here come the Mariners. Bulldogs putting the pressure on. Marin's having a hard time getting their offense. Kevin Carman, I've seen him in high school. He can shoot those threes. Off the mark this time. Shane Carney from downtown. Bulldogs with another steal. See the Bulldogs getting after it on defense there and get rewarded, get to the free throw line. Glenn Jordan will be at the line. Connects on the first. Just off on the second one. Carman will get the rebound. And the Bulldogs will come right back into the press. Make or miss, they're pressing today. Marin attacks it. Off the mark again. Bulldogs getting to the free throw line early. That's a good sign. Glenn Jordan putting pressure on the defense.
That foul is going to be on number 0 for Marin. Garrick Sherrod is first.
Garrick Sherrod with the foul. Always a good sign to get to the free throw line like this early on. Makes both this time. Bulldogs back into the press. Looks like Marin just left their forward hanging that time. And there we go, another basket. Kevin Baines with the putback. Marin really struggling with this press early on. And there we go, we have a basket this time for Joey Potts. Kevin Baines down the middle, nice kick out. Nice extra pass. And Shane Carney will knock it down. Great passing by the Bulldogs here early on, while Marin struggles with the press. But here we go, we'll do an instant replay. Love the extra pass. When you're a shooter, have teammates that make those kind of passes. It's fun to play with. I'd like to thank one of our sponsors that helps bring these live streams to you. Meeting Rooms on Demand, locations in Fremont, Oakland, Fresno, Las Vegas, expanding into the Central Valley and Southern California. Meeting room rentals is starting at $40 an hour, capacity up to 50. Appreciate the Allan Hancock assistant coaching staff helping with our camera work today as we are working on bringing our network down to Santa Maria. Marin breaks the press a little faster this time. Eric McBurry's off the mark, and Allan Hancock back, pushing the break. Blocked out of bounds. Bulldogs going inside. Spirit Ricks, nice move, nice patience. Another foul. Trenton Mitchell will be at the line next. Not sure. Derek Morgan with the foul, second foul of the game. And Trenton Mitchell now will be rewarded at the charity stripe. Makes the first. Into the game, Devin Davis for the first time, substituting in for Kevin Baines. And the Bulldogs will go 2 for 2 at the stripe. So far today, 5 for 6, I believe. Not bad in 4 minutes to start the game, getting to the line 6 times. Well, when you're aggressive in the press like that, you will get some fouls. Marin is definitely feeling the pressure. Christopher Kress will inbound the ball for the Mariners, and the inbounds pass is stolen. And it looks like, hard to tell what the referees are saying, Marin will keep the ball. So for the first time of the day, Marin gets to walk the ball at the court. Yes, too many steps on that one. I was able to see that even on my computer monitor, as that's how I'm watching the game. Devin Davis inbounds the ball. Shane Carney will bring it up. Giving the ball to Devin Davis, coming off the screen, and he'll get to the free throw line. Bulldogs are definitely in attack mode early on, and they're being rewarded for it. As of right now, the Bulldogs are forcing the pace on offense and defense. Davis will miss his first. Davis from El Cerrito High School in the Bay Area. I remember seeing him play a few years ago. Went to a prep school, I believe, in Reno before ending up at Allan Hancock after a year at another JC. So we have a lane violation on Davis on his free throw, trying to get his own miss. And the Bulldogs back into the press. Looks like a different press. They're mixing it up, definitely causing some confusion on the end of the Mariners. They're denying the inbounds pass this time. So Devin Davis will come out. Javay Lampkins, excuse me if I'm not pronouncing names correctly, he'll come into the game. And the Mariners will attack the press and score. Now the Bulldogs coming down, calling the play. DJ Searcy with the ball. Shane Carney with another open three. You can't do that. He will light it up. And the Bulldogs press works again. Shane Carney. So it's a nice play. Looks like they set it up just for Shane Carney to get the ball. Comes off the top. Post guy sets a little brush screen, and if you're not chasing the shooter, you're going to give him too much space on that type of play. That was a great play. First time of the day that the Mariners get into the line. A little difficult to see their numbers on the jerseys. And they make 1 and 2. And so on the other end, the Bulldogs get to walk the ball down the floor, and Marin seems to always have to work extra hard to get it down the floor. And again, it's just different game plans and things they work on, what you hang your hat on. Nice kick out for an open three. Leads to a long rebound. Eric Marreri with the transition bucket there for the Mariners. 18-9 in the first 6 minutes of the first half. Another foul by Marin going to the basket. So that'll put DJ Searcy to the line, as that was considered a shooting foul. So you'd think by the amount of free throws there'd be a pretty big foul discrepancy, but the fouls is 5-4. It's pretty even. The only difference is that Allan Hancock, the 5 fouls they've got have pretty much all got them to the free throw line, or the fouls they've drawn on Marin anyway. I believe that was their 10th free throw attempt. Marin coast to coast on the press break. Garrick Sherrod goes coast to coast. Marin starting to figure that press out. Nice defensive stop by the Mariners as they come back on offense now. And we have another foul on the Mariners. So here we have Garrick Sherrod punishing the Bulldogs that time around on the press. Bulldogs working around the outside. Put up a three. It's off the mark, and looks like we have a foul. Not sure who the foul is on. Looks like it's an offensive rebounding foul. Take a look at that real quick. I don't know. A lot of people call that over the back. That's actually not even a thing from what I'm hearing. Looks like they both were going for the ball, but the referee's gave him the ball. Now Kevin Kerriman, he gets rewarded. As Marin starting to break that press. There we go with the and one. It's a big body. They got him listed as 6'9", 295, and he can shoot the free throws as well. I saw Kevin play his high school at Newark Memorial a few years ago. Always had a real nice release on that shot as he gets the old-fashioned three-point play. So it's 19-14, Bulldogs still up by 5. Hancock goes inside, and we have another foul on the rebound here. And it looks like this time it's going to be Marin with the foul. And they award that foul to Kevin Kerriman. That's the second foul. Spirit Ricks will be at the line. So far this year, shooting 66%, but as early on in the year, he's only been at the free throw line a few times. And he misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and Marin will get the rebound. And the Bulldogs will put the press on them. Usually teams, they won't press you when you don't score. And the Bulldogs will get right back into their face, and Marin will miss. Bulldogs in attack mode again, a little floater in the paint. Off the mark. Crashing the boards. Another possession for the Bulldogs. Looks like they want to set up an offense or a play here. Looks like Shane Carney has something in mind. Still have about 12 seconds on the shot clock. Spirit Ricks with a nice dribble operation move, and he'll get rewarded again. So not sure if it's the aggression of the Bulldogs, or sometimes it's a combination of that and undisciplined defense on the other team. I think the Mariners would have been better just to stand straight up on that one and see if he can make that tough shot over there on the baseline. Mayoa, I can say he is in the game for the first time. I know I'm chopping that name up. It was a difficult setup here for the stream today. Didn't get a chance to really see how to pronounce some of these names. So, but that's number 24. Akin Sanya is into the game for the first time for the Bulldogs. Now the Bulldogs get the ball back. It's like another turnover for the Mariners. With the offensive rebounds that Allan Hancock has earned so far and these turnovers, they're definitely at a huge advantage so far early on in this game. And now they got a turnover of their own. So Garrick Sherrod will get a chance for probably the first time to really walk the ball down all the way down the court. It looks like Hancock has switched their defense. Which leads to an open three. And we have another foul. And one thing these referees have emphasized in the last few years is really protecting the rebounders, because you're not allowed to swing your elbows in any kind of way. So on the flip side of that, they're really going to protect those rebounders to make sure that those type of things don't happen. So we have Spirit Ricks to the line again for a 1-and-1. He'll make the first. We have a timeout, Bulldogs. 20-second timeout. So, as you guys can see on the screen, 21-14, Bulldogs up. Bulldogs up early, dominating on the offensive glass. The pressure is definitely helping them out. So, NorCal Sports TV is looking to live stream the Allan Hancock tournament. So, if you're watching right now and you have a business or you're part of a small business, send us an email, mention this game, and we'll give you a free advertisement on the 3rd annual Allan Hancock College Homeowners Tourney scheduled for November 17th to the 19th. Go ahead and send us an email to dion@norcalsportstv.com. You can also call us at our 888 number or message us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We have them all. And we'll give your business a free advertisement during that tournament. Spirit Ricks will be back to the line. He's shooting one. We'll see what kind of adjustments the Bulldogs have made. Coach I saw something out there. And now they're denying the inbounds passes. Not sure if that was the adjustment or not, but Garrett just short, but it rebounded. Eric Marin is there again for 2 more points. Lampkins for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Marin with another turnover in the half court this time. So we're halfway through the first half. Bulldogs up 9. Some hot shooting, getting to the free throw line. Forcing turnovers. Marin staying in there, though. With the discrepancy on the rebounds, free throws, and turnovers, you would think it would be a bigger point spread at this point. Bulldogs going baseline. Kevin Baines for 2. This time the Bulldogs put on a press. Look a little different. They weren't denying the inbounds pass this time. And again, like I mentioned earlier, when you're pressing and you're getting after it aggressively on defense, sometimes those will lead to fouls. So now Marin will be rewarded with 1-on-1. Garrett Sherrod will be at the line. Connects on the first. Garrett Sherrod so far this year in their 1 game, 7 points. But does a good job of pretty much on his own, bringing the ball off the floor and running the offense. Makes them both. So both teams now in the bonus. Bulldogs in the double bonus here on out. Glenn Jordan coming off the high pick. Down the middle. Follow-up jam. Number 24, Akinsanya, with a big-time follow. You know I'm going to go to instant replay on that even if we don't have much time. So we'll have here Glenn Jordan coming off the top. And the follow-up jam for the big fella. .67", 210 out of Anemo South Charter out of Los Angeles. Looking good out there so far for the 6'7" freshman. And Marin will miss the front end of the 1-and-1. Diego Lucas in the game. Shane Carney inside. Akinsanya starting to cause problems for the Mariners. One thing about getting the ball inside, it's a nice post-entry pass, nice angle. You get the ball inside, you're going to draw fouls. Also, it's great to have a third-year point guard at the JC level. A lot of time these guys come in and never really played with a post guy before. It's tough to get that ball inside at the college level. Akinsanya will miss both. Bulldogs look like they're in a zone defense this time, and Akinsanya with the pick leads to a fast break. Sherrod with a nice play. 3-on-1 fast break. Should score on those. That was a big defensive stop right there for Sherrod. Inbound pass was tipped. Bulldogs will keep possession. The Mariners getting after it on the defensive end now. The 5-second rule is no longer in college, so Carney was okay there. Nice drop-off pass. Good defensive stop there, but the Bulldogs will continue to dominate on the offensive glass. So let's see if this was a block here, this instant replay. We have Diego with a nice drop-off pass. Yeah, it was a great block. Great block there by the Mariners. Is the Diego Lucas with the and one on the inbounds play. Go ahead and take a second look at this. Comes off the curl, nice fake. Just a lot of reaching by the Mariners. You got to be straight up, got to be vertical. Those type of things drive coaches nuts when you're giving teams those many free throws, especially early on. I would say that's probably the Bulldogs' either 14th or 16th free throw attempt this half. And again, the fouls are close to even. It's just that the Bulldogs are drawing fouls on the Mariners going to the basket. So Diego Lucas will be awarded with the foul. And now Marin will be in the double bonus. And I believe that's Eric Marreri again, who had 24 points their first game this year. In their first game against Skyline. So he will connect on both. And the lead's back to 11 for the Bulldogs. Marin appears to be in somewhat of a 2-3 zone. Bulldogs still getting the ball inside. And Marreri back running the break, and he will score. When your offense is slow, it's always great to get some fast break buckets. Marin's definitely playing more of a sagging defense, trying to keep the ball from going inside. Nice move by Spirit Ricks. And the Bulldogs will get the miss. Back out. That's a big-time shot for Shane Carney. Lovely kick out on the offensive rebound. Sometimes when you're a really good shooter and they're looking at you, that's when they'll lose you on those offensive rebounds. Really give it up for the passing right there on the Bulldogs. You know, Shane Carney's shooting great, but his teammates are definitely making the extra passes when he's open and available. And Shane Carney will get the offensive rebound, push it. The fast break off the mark, but the Bulldogs again with the offensive rebound. with another offensive rebound. And then we have a steal. I apologize if I'm not saying a lot of the names for the Mariners. It's just hard to see their jersey numbers from where we're sitting, my vantage point, and basically looking at our monitor as we have a fence in the way. I cannot see the floor where I'm sitting. Marin will retain the ball. Tough angle to inbound it over there. Marin just off the mark from three-point line, and Bulldogs will push it. And one. DJ Searcy runs the floor, gets rewarded with a great pass. And again, the Bulldogs will be at the free throw line. Eric Murray awarded with the foul. So Bulldogs up 36-22. Searcy connects. With 6:14 left in the first. A foul away from the ball. That's going to put Marin at the free throw line.
That foul's going to be on number 4 for the Bulldogs. Kevin Baines, his first. And the double bonus foul to the line. Number 1, Eric Murray.
Eric Murray will be at the line. Sinks them both. Marin looks to be back in their zone defense. A little more pressure this time, but Searcy's found wide open, and he'll drain the three. That's that spot in the zone right there. Free throw line extended. Shooters can find themselves open if you have a team that's going to swing the ball like that. And that's a big three for Murray. Definitely carrying the Mariners offense in the first half. Short corner baseline jumper, air ball. Bulldogs will get that rebound. Shane Carney's open again. Really give it up to the passing of the Bulldogs. One and done again for the Mariners. When your big guy's shooting out there, you're not going to get a lot of offensive rebounds. And the Bulldogs again, Diego Lucas with a big three. And it's a three-point clinic here in the first half for the Bulldogs. But it's also those passes that lead to those threes, which to me is just as impressive. You don't get those kind of shots if you don't have players that look for you like that. Offensive rebounds, find Shane Carney open. It's tough to defend that. You're going in trying to get rebounds, and you leave a shooter like that. Here's Murray with a step back. Definitely having to work for those shots. And there's and so really the last 4 possessions, we have 4 3-pointers. Only problem for the Mariners is 3 of those 4 3-pointers have gone to the Bulldogs, who are up by almost 20 here in the first half. Appreciate you guys streaming in on NorCal Sports TV. We're transitioning from doing a lot of football. We have 110 games scheduled alone in December this year. A lot of high school and JC games. We're looking to stream the Allan Hancock tournament coming up next week. Send us an email if you have a business or you work for a business that would like to get a free advertisement during that tournament. Send us an email or a message on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram at NorCal Sports TV. We can't do our broadcast without sponsors. We do appreciate you streaming in. So here we go. The Mariners have to break another press. And they got 20 seconds now to run their offense. O'Reilly comes off the pick. Finds an open man in the paint, but it's off. Bulldogs doing a great job of keeping the Mariners to one shot on most of their possessions right now. And on the other end, it's pretty much the opposite for the Bulldogs, as they're getting multiple shots every time. Cersei with a nice drive. See Cersei's drive here. A little in and out, double crossover. Good finish. Now Joey Potts has to worry about getting those fouls now, so he can only contest those so much when you get in foul trouble. Shane Carney coming off the double screen up top. Cersei might have got away with the travel there. Nice kick out. Nice move. Kevin Baines. Just really impressed with the ball movement the Bulldogs have so far this half. Penetrating the middle, kicking it out. Will work against most defenses. The length of Trenton Mitchell gets a hand on the ball, and we have another Bulldogs layup. First half is definitely one-sided. There's still a lot of time left in this game early on in the year. Sherrod will come off a double screen, kicks it out to the hot hand. Murray's off, and the Bulldogs are off to the races again. Lampkins off the mark. There's Lampkins getting rewarded off the Trenton Mitchell steal. Bulldogs doing a great job on offense, attacking the middle. It's hard to defend when guys can attack the paint like that, and when they're willing to pass. Mariners trying to get something going on offense, and we have another steal. Shane Carney with the quick hands leads to another easy basket for the Bulldogs. Devin Davis back in the game. I believe Sherrod's played the whole half, and that's probably the third different defender they've had on him. Mariners deep from the corner, and a one-and-done offensive possession is Devin Davis. Nice spin move. Bulldogs just really dominating this first half in multiple areas. And Marin finally gets a wide open shot there. Jake Saldivini, and he's just off the mark. Shane Carney with a nice drive. Doesn't connect. So Sherrod will walk the ball up the floor here. We have a minute 40 left. 56-27 in favor of Allan Hancock. Marin trying to get something going here in the first half. Hopefully to get some momentum, something positive while we go to the break. Tough shot. That's not what you're looking for at this point when you're struggling offensively as it is. I think Marin was trying to get a play or something going there, and just a little bit of confusion, as that obviously was not what they were looking for when that shot clock expired. Marin showing some energy there, putting a little pressure on the inbounds pass. Devin Davis from NBA range leads to a miss and a foul on the rebound. So Marin will get a chance with a minute left to stop the clock, get to the free throw line, and try to shrink this margin. So Jack Saldivini will get to the line. Connects on the first. Saldivini, a sophomore out of St. Mary's Prep. Misses the second. And Shane Carney will come down, do some clock management here as we got 20 seconds on the shot clock and just under a minute left. They look to get inside to Devin Davis, but angle quite wasn't there for the pass. So 50 seconds left, and Marin will finally get to walk the ball down the court. As Sherrod has played the entire half and had to go against different presses, had to work to get open. When he gets open, he has to work to break the press. And Marin finds an opening in the middle there, and they'll get to the free throw line. So Saldivini will be back at the line. Trent Mitchell awarded with that foul. Shane Carney looking to make this take the final possession of the half here. Nice move. Nice kick out. Big time play. Love the passing. That pump fake in the corner. Tough to defend when a guy can break you down in the middle like that. You pretty much feel like you have to help. So Spirit Ricks will be at the line. Try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And he does. Tough shot at the buzzer. And the Bulldogs will go into halftime with a 30-point lead. So whatever the Bulldogs did to try to change things up here today, I know they started with a different starting lineup. I'm not sure if that was a big factor or not, but they definitely have dominated pretty much in every area this half. We don't have stats on us on hand, but I do know they are winning the battle as far as the offensive rebounds, the rebounds in general. They've definitely dominated as far as getting to the free throw line. And the turnover margin has got to be a big one as well. And as a result, we have a 30-point halftime deficit for Marin Mariners. So at halftime, guys, we're going to take an audio break, and we will work up some highlights from the first half for you. So we'll be back here shortly in this audio break as we work on putting together some highlights for you. And if we can get some first half stats, we'll give you some information as far as that goes as well. So thanks again for tuning in to NorCal Sports TV. As we start our basketball season, I'll move the scoreboard here for you guys for the halftime.
To this point, with 17 points on 5 3-pointers. Number 1, Shane Carney.
Shane Carney just found some stats right now. Shane Carney leading everybody in scoring with 17 points on 5 3-pointers this half. We'll have more for you here in a few minutes. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Twitter for some instant replays, highlights, Instagram, Facebook. We're pretty much everywhere social media-wise. Again, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to NorCal Sports TV. Second half, we have some stats for you. We're going to play some first half highlights as well, as the Bulldogs will go into a very comfortable first half lead here. So, first half stat leaders, as we mentioned earlier, if you were with us, for the Bulldogs, leading all scorers right now is Shane Carney. 5 3-pointers, 17 points. DJ Searcy with 9 points. Spirit Ricks has 8. Kevin Baines with 6. Diego Lucas with 5. Lampkins with 5. Trenton Mitchell 2. Glenn Jordan 2. And Akinsanya with 2. And leading the scores for the Mariners, Eric Marreri has 15. Only player in double figures. Sherrod has 7. Other than that, it's very slim. They only have 5 players that have scored. Kevin Carmen with 3 had early foul trouble. Saldani with 2 points, all at the free throw line, and Joey Potts with 2 points. So, as you guys can see from the highlights there, you know, Carmen, that was one of the few times that Marin was able to get to the free throw line, get an old-fashioned three-point play. But Allan Hancock's done a great job of either getting the ball in the paint with post passes or by penetration. So those kind of things right there is definitely going to help you out on the offensive end, as well as, of course, the defensive pressure. So Hancock will start the second half with the ball. We again have some trouble at the scores table. Keeping that shot clock sometimes can be a challenge. I'm glad I'm only keeping the time for you guys. All right, so now we're back in action here. Shane Carney bringing the ball at the court. And I think we have another issue with the shot clock. Not sure what the issue is. I guess I was doing a better job with the scores table here. So, again, early on in the year, sometimes these tournaments, this is Aloni's first basketball game today, 7 o'clock. So, for the scores table, it's their first time doing basketball this year, and shot clocks, keeping the time, all those can be a little challenging, especially when you're coinciding with other sports on campus. So Shane Carney coming off a double screen up top. Step back 3. And the Bulldogs crashing the boards again. And this time the Mariners will get the ball. So the Bulldogs going right back into the press. Mariners break the press easily. They only have about 22 seconds now to run their offense, though. Looking to get the ball inside to Carmen. And we have an over and back. Just a little communication issue there, I think, with the Mariners, as they're trying to get the ball into Carmen. He came out and looked like he was trying to set a ball screen when they had already picked the ball up. So not much else that could be done there, probably, than just throw the ball away in that kind of situation. Trent Mitchell there with the basket, courtesy of Spirit Ricks. So the Mariners are going to call an early timeout. Nice post pass or off the screen and roll. It's just great basketball. So
30-second timeout.
So we have a 30-second timeout on the floor. Let's see this pick and roll again. Make the middleman in the zone step out. Leaves the middle wide open. And it sounds like Coach Tice and I for the Bulldogs wants another timeout. Even with a 32-point lead, always things you can work on and improve. You're looking beyond this game, so something he's not liking or something he wants to get across to his team. We appreciate you guys tuning in to NorCal Sports TV. Our games are always streamed off of our website, NorCalSportsTV.com, and our YouTube channel, YouTube.com/NorCal Sports TV. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can get alerts for when we do live broadcasts. Been doing a lot of high school and JC football, which is obviously coinciding with basketball season here, so we're excited to be indoors as it starts to get colder. And another turnover for the Mariners. And the Bulldogs want to come down and set up their offense, their zone offense. Looks like the Mariners are back to a man-to-man defense now. Bulldogs just dominating on the offensive glass. Kevin Baines with that offensive putback. Nice play there by the Mariners. And they count the basket. Had I knew they were going to count the basket, we would have done an instant replay on that. I apologize. So Joey Potts off the Carmen pass. Going for the old-fashioned three-point play. Tough shot, a little 360 on the offensive off the offensive rebound. Just having some issues with my computer here. Let me see that. Let me see that play again here. Little reverse 360 there for Derek Morgan. That's definitely not where you want to pick the ball up in the press, but they Mariners break it close to the 10-second count, and now they're going to punish the Bulldogs for their press. Spirit Ricks going up through a couple defenders, gets his own rebound. And he'll go to the line for two. Bulldogs still doing a great job getting the ball inside. As you can see, Spirit Ricks here just battling. Going after those rebounds with two hands. Spirit Ricks makes the first. So Marin starting 2-6-9 post guys. You would think that they would do better on the glass, but be it positioning, be it boxing out, be it more effort, or just going after them with two hands versus one, or a combination of all those, the Bulldogs are just dominating in this game so far on the glass. It's like we have some kind of issues with jerseys or substitutions. Not quite sure what it is, but Back in action now. As Carmen inbounds it. They're going to give it to Carmen to, I guess, maybe pass over the press. He's definitely strong enough to throw those long passes, and at 6'9", you can see over most defenders. There we go. Joey Potts finds it inside, and looks like Marin starting to figure out a press breaker that works for them. Shane Carney can't leave him open. But he'll miss this time, and Mariners will come back on the offensive end. Big skip across the court. Looking inside to Carmen. Nice dribble operation, just misses the meat hook. And again, the Bulldogs keep the Mariners to one shot on that possession. Ooh. He makes it. Look a little. It's a big time shot. I'm sorry, I was just concerned that with Shane's injury last year, I was worried that he might have landed on someone's foot on that. So let's look at this and one on the 3-point. You got to keep that hand up. Definitely a foul. Good call by the referees. You know, it makes you wonder how many threes a guy makes before people realize that, you know, you need to be on him. We'll take a different angle there. Not sure what the confusion was, but whatever it was, it left to a potential 4-point play for the game's leading scorer, Shane Carney. That's 21 points now on the day for Shane. 6 3-pointers. As the Bulldogs will stretch their lead to 32. And there we go. The Mariners will get rewarded for attacking the basket to the free throw line. Penetrates baseline, and must have been a foul on the body, but that's going to put, so hard to see the numbers here, I believe Derek Morgan to the line. Derek Morgan will make his first. Derek Morgan, a 6'4" forward sophomore out of Redwood High School. Giving him a little spark here in the second half. And we have a lane violation, White. That's always frustrating when you're shooting those free throws. As, I believe those count as misses on your stats. So and Searcy will be left wide open, and he'll drain it. And call that hand down, man down. But there wasn't even a man in his vicinity. As we look at this instant replay, it just looks again as if there's some kind of confusion. Oh, it's Carmen who's guarding him, who probably not that comfortable guarding guys that far away from the basket. When you're 6'9", 295, you really want to be more of a banger than guarding guys on the perimeter. So I see why he was wide open. That's where Carmen wants the ball. So the Mariners can find ways to get the ball inside to Carmen. He's a really good free throw shooter. See that release right there? Misses on the first one. And he'll make the second. So the Bulldogs will be up 72-39. Just short of 5 minutes into this half. Not sure why. The second time they've really had a turnover going in the post to Devin Davis. Not sure if it's the passing, the positioning, or maybe they're just too anxious to get the ball into Davis. Carmen's going to get a point-blank range, and he'll connect for 2 more points. Carmen, I believe, was in foul trouble the first half, so he didn't really play a lot towards the end of the first half there. So they've obviously made an effort to get him the ball. on the offensive end. And too many steps. We have a turnover there for the Bulldogs. Into the game. Is Lampkins for the Bulldogs. Carmen with the ball at the elbow. Nice pass. Carmen to Joey Potts. Carmen showing his passing skills. And Potts, that's, I believe, his 6th point in this half. And they've been easy baskets. You want to get easy baskets at the college level. It's too hard to score at the college level with the kind of defense they have. Got to make things simple. It's a great high-low pass there. Lampkins with the ball. And we have an illegal screen. The offense a little stagnant right now for the Bulldogs. Still up by 29. It's a comfortable lead, which could be part of the problem. And we have a travel. Marin tried to split 2 defenders there as he penetrated to the middle. Good kick outside. But the jump stop wasn't executed to our officials' liking. So Bulldogs will get the ball back. Marin is picking up more on defense. Devin Davis takes a tough shot about 17 feet out. He's off the mark, and the Mariners with another stop on defense. Marin, wide open 3, off the mark. Davis with the rebound, kicks out to Lampkins, who gets the and one. Marin reached in, tried to make it, challenge that shot a little bit. Unfortunately, he got some arm, as we'll see here in the instant replay. Devin Davis with a nice rebound, pushes it up to Lampkins, and Marin gets called for reaching in. And that'll put Lampkins to the line to see if he can complete the old-fashioned 3-point play. And he does. Joey Potts to Carmen. Returns the favor. Big guys passing the ball well this half. Thought we had instant replay on that pass. Looks like we didn't. Like the way the big fellas are passing this half. It's still a 30-point game. Have a full timeout on the play. So we'd like to thank some of our sponsors. Jolly Washer Express in Santa Rosa. Meeting rooms on demand. An affordable alternative to hotel meeting rooms, capacity up to 50, rates as low as $40 an hour. Central Valley, Bay Area, Las Vegas, expanding into areas like Modesto, Sacramento, and other areas in the future here. And also, if you're watching, you have a business and you like to take advantage of some free on-air advertisements, we are looking to stream the 3rd annual Allan Hancock College Home Motors Tourney next week, November 17th through the 19th. Send us an email, mention this game, and we'll give you a free advertisement during a Bulldogs game of that tournament. So, again, we thank our sponsors for all their help in supporting us. We appreciate our fans for watching and supporting us. Devin Davis will inbounds the ball. We have 13 minutes left in the second half. Bulldogs with a comfortable 30-point lead. So Lampkins will run the point. Devin Davis with a ball screen. They kick it out to Bulldogs passing the ball around here. Cersei from 17, it only goes about 16, but they get the offensive rebound, which leads to another wide open three-pointer for the Bulldogs and Lampkins. It's always a good stat when you can get an offensive board and an assist on the same play. So we'll take a look at this instant replay here. Diego Lucas will be credited with that assist. Joey Potts from deep. And looks like Derek Morgan with the tip in. So Derek Morgan definitely giving a spark to these Mariners here in the second half. Devin Davis running the point out of El Cerrito High School in the Bay Area. Bulldogs looking like they're kind of switching their rotations here a little bit, trying to work on some different things, and we have an illegal screen. So when you roll, you got to make sure you don't impede or run into the other team. You have to hold your ground before you do that roll. So the Mariners will get the ball back on the Bulldogs turnover. Joey Potts from about 14 feet. Nice touch, Carmen with the big rebound. A little short on the power layup there, but you got to like the offensive rebounds on the Mariners side, as that's something that they haven't had much today, and that's a definite foul. No doubt about that one. Of course, when you're 6'9", 295, pretty much any foul is going to be look harder than it probably is. As Carmen is definitely a big boy there, but he's definitely a foul, and Cersei will go to the line. Oh. They call that a flagrant foul. So it's his fourth personal foul. Carmen will get a flagrant foul, which I can say I don't disagree with that call. I just wasn't going to say anything. And that puts Cersei to the line. So in college, flagrant foul, you get 2 shots and you get the ball. So the Bulldogs will inbounds. Almost get an easy layup. The ball stripped, and Mariners will come back. Tough layup where Derek Morgan is having a great second half. I'm not sure if Derek Morgan played the first half or not. He was our second leading scorer last game with 24 points as well. Not sure if we saw him out there in the first half or not, if he was being sat for any particular reason or if he got in early foul trouble. Devin Davis with another tough shot there in the corner. He's taking some tough shots here, and those ones usually don't lead to those offensive rebounds that Allan Hancock has been able to get quite a bit on their other offensive possessions. So another one and done there for Marin. And Cersei, nice passing there. Devin Davis just short on the power layup. Good passing by the Bulldogs, but they just can't capitalize on it. And Derek Morgan will come down in transition, and he'll get to the free throw line. So DJ Cersei getting his 4th foul here. They just tend to call that when you swipe down. A lot of times you're giving the referee a chance to make those kind of calls. Derek Morgan will get to the line. Akinsanya into the game. Derek Morgan will connect on his second free throw attempt. Well, the Mariners break 50. 79-51. 10 minutes left in the second half here of a second game today in the John Wallace Memorial Tournament. And we have a foul underneath. Let's take a look at this and see if we can see it in our instant replays. He's following the ball here, but elbow in the back maybe. Akinsanya to the free throw line. Will miss the front end of the 1-and-1. So Derek Morgan, nice move, dribble off the foot. And Akinsanya with the big finish. Second dunk on the night for Akinsanya. Nice passing there. Love how the Bulldogs seem to know their teammates' strengths. If you have a shooter who's open, they'll find them on the offensive rebounds and the swings. If they have someone who can throw it down like Akinsanya, they'll look for him in transition. So Sherrod makes a three. 27-point game at the moment. And Trent Mitchell gets the easy basket underneath for the Bulldogs. Derek Morgan really having a big second half. Shane Carney almost lost it. So Mariners getting after it on defense. And we do have a foul. So let's take a look at this fast break leading to the Akinsanya dunk here. Shane Carney's nice little touch pass. Contested jam for the big fella. If you're not following us on Twitter, I'm about to post that right now at NorCal Sports TV on Twitter. So Hancock will make both free throws. Marin will bring it up. Hancock working on a different defense here, and nice finish for Marin. So Marin definitely has a two-headed monster when it comes to the offense from the perimeter there. Morgan and Marin both with 24 points in their first game this year, and both seem to be leading them in scoring tonight as well. So Marin will complete the three-point play. And Joey Potts and Carmen having a good second half offensively as well. But just based on the first half stats, Marin might just might not have enough depth. As we saw Sherrod play the entire first half. It can wear on you when you're a point guard having to break the press every time down the court. But there we go, the Mariners with the steal. So RJ Kelvin will get the steal and the easy basket for the Mariners. Akinsanya will get an easy one as well. So 87-61 in favor of the Bulldogs. Wow. Morgan with a big finish. I really don't think he played much in the first half there, because I would have remembered him a little bit more. He's got to be in double figures here in the second half already. Akinsanya dribble operates, gets to the paint, kicks it out. Lampkin wants to bring it out. Devin Davis swinging the ball around, finds a wide open Akinsanya inside with another contested jam. Looking forward to showing you guys that instant replay here in a little bit. Cut Kelvin from way downtown. So, just when it looked like the Bulldogs didn't have much going offensively, we have 2 quick passes, and Akin Sanye gets a big finish there for the Bulldogs. So we have a full timeout here. (89-66) is the score with 6:47 left in this game. Marin is making a little ground, but it's still a 23-point game. Check out these first half stats here again. Derek Morgan, he did not play. He picked up 2 fouls, so those were his stats in the first half, which makes sense. He probably picked up 2 early fouls as Allan Hancock was getting awarded for their aggressiveness going to the basket, and he appears that he had to sit the rest of the first half there. So that hurts when you have 2 players that combined for 48 points, and one of them has to sit. It's definitely going to hurt you if you're struggling offensively like Marin was there in the first half. So the Bulldogs come right back out and answer with a big 3. Marin looking to get a 3 of their own. Bulldogs do a great job boxing out, leads to a fast break. And Lampkin will get rewarded with the layup. So the little run that Marin had there gets erased pretty quickly here as we come out of that timeout. I know the Bulldogs are working on some different things offensively and defensively. Usually when you have big leads like that, it's a good chance to experiment a little bit. Lampkin left wide open as the Bulldogs just really shooting the ball well today. So the Bulldogs, their first 3 games, had about 16 3-pointers, and they might be close to that tonight, as they only averaged 5 3-pointers a game those first few games. And they were shooting about 34% from the 3-point arc. I think they're shooting better than that tonight. So they're shooting well, but they're passing well, which will definitely give you wide open shots, which should get you better percentages like tonight. So Mareri with another 2 points, as Mareri and Morgan stuffing that stat sheet here in the second half for the Mariners. And Mariners have another fast break. Derek Morgan with 2 more points. So 97-70, but Marin definitely excited about what they're seeing here in the second half when they have their main 2 offensive threats on the floor at the same time. Carmen back into the game as well, who's having a great second half. Joey Potts, post-entry pass a little too high, gets deflected and leads to a turnover. So here we have the Bulldogs. Nice drop-off pass in transition. Can't complete, and Morgan, wow, that's a impressive move and impressive block there. As I believe we have number 15, John Riddick, sprinting the floor and denying another 360 move from Morgan. So another block by Riddick. 2 blocks on 2 possessions leads to a layup. So he's getting rewarded on the offensive end for his efforts on the defensive end. And Marin comes down and answers with a three-pointer. Lampkin from deep. Bulldogs just shooting the ball well tonight. I mean, that wasn't a wide open three. That was NBA range, man in his face. And we have a timeout on the floor. So let's take another look at that Lampkin three-pointer here. Just off the dribble, well behind the arc. And on the previous possession, Marin's three-pointer. Number 10, Carlton Coleman, gets his first points of the year. So with 3:54 to go in the game, Bulldogs still with a comfortable lead, 102-73. Averaging 72 points a game their first three games. And their highest point to date before today was 79 points in their win versus West Hills. So with a small sample size, we can say anytime the Bulldogs score 79 points or more, they're undefeated. Just trying to throw some facts and figures your way. Hopefully you guys are enjoying watching this game. We love streaming on YouTube. You can watch it from your TV, your phone, your computer, pretty much any device nowadays. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you get alerts of our live broadcasts. And Carmen gets fouled on the post-entry pass. One of the best ways to get to the free throw line is throw the ball inside. So Riddick has 4 fouls. And Kerriman will get to the line. Always like watching his release. There's a lot of big guys who try to shoot, but Carmen can shoot. He's got a beautiful release on his shot. Was hoping I'd see him on some pick and pop action today, but he's been doing some great passing from the high post as well. So I'm sure as the year rolls along, as long as the Mariners can get some help on their bench and other areas of scoring, they still have a very nice team. When that Bay Valley Conference starts, I really think they can do some things. But as of right now, they're down by 28 against Allan Hancock. So Joey Potts will throw it away on the inbounds pass, which leads to another fast break and easy 2 points for the Bulldogs. Glenn Jordan awarded with the pass, and another turnover will lead to another Glenn Jordan layup. So we got about 3:18 left here in the game. Bulldogs are pretty much just dominated all around. It's still very early on in the year. Both teams have a lot of new players. Glenn Jordan with 3 transition buckets in a row. He had to earn that one a little bit. And Carlton Coleman will shoot from about 23, but it goes about 22, as Chris Babcock likes to say. I will steal some things, as I am not a full-time commentator. Marin putting on a press. Glenn Jordan will slow things down. Riddick handoff to Lampkin. And back to Jordan, who finds an offensive foul. Junior Murillo comes in the game, and I always love players who are willing to sacrifice their body, even when you're up over 30 points a game, or up 30 points in the game. Murillo still putting in the effort there. So ball's out of bounds, will stay with the Bulldogs. Up next we have Lassen College and Kenyatta College will play. So stay with us. Like I said, subscribe to our YouTube channel, NorCal Sports TV. And you can get alerts whenever we start a stream or we schedule the stream. Kick out to DJ Searcy. Wide open. Knocks it down. He's having a great game today as well. As the Bulldogs have 111 points here. Wow, Riddick with 2 more blocks. He was another one that was in foul trouble there in the first half. See Searcy's 3 right here. The ball's out of bounds. To Marin. So 111-74. We got a minute 24 left. Carmen misses the putback. Potts. Marin playing to the end. You got to like that. Still competing, still pressing, playing hard. Nice move. Derek Morgan. Marin putting them. So the Bulldogs will move on to 2-2 on the year. And Marin will fall to 0-2. And Morgan with another nice transition basket here. Trying to pull up the bracket here so we can see what time the teams play tomorrow. Allan Hancock will play at 7 p.m. tomorrow. They will play the winner of host team Maloney and Modesto Junior College, who will play at 7 p.m. tonight. So we will be back tomorrow to stream the Bulldogs. And Marin will go to 0-2. Bulldogs will fall to 2-2 on the year with a very impressive win today, winning by 35 points in the opening round of the John Wallace tournament here at Ohlone College in Fremont, California. We do appreciate you guys streaming in again, supporting our channel. We'll have more staff tomorrow with our sideline reporters and another commentator to bring more action to you on Friday. So we don't have stats on hand right now. I believe Shane Carney led the game in scoring. So Mareri had 20 points for Marin.
For your Allan Hancock Bulldogs.
So we're getting our stats for Allan Hancock.
Glenn Jordan with 11 points.
Glenn Jordan, 11.
Kevin
Baines with 8. Mitchell,
Starkricks with 10. Devin Davis with 2. DJ Searcy with 16.
Searcy had 16.
John Riddick with 2. Mayella Okansaya with 8, including 2 slams.
Hawkinsile with 8.
Diego Lucas with 5. And your high point scorers on the night for the Allan Hancock Bulldogs. With a total of 22 points, Javay Lampkin.
Lampkin was the leading scorer tonight with 22.
2, 3, 4, 5 3-pointers.
So Lampkin had 22. I believe Carney finished with 21. So
With 17 in the first half and 6 in the second. With a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-pointers. With 23 points, Shane.
well, okay, there we go. So Shane Carney with 23 points on the night. Lampkin with 22. And the Bulldogs lighting it up, 113 points. We'll be back tomorrow with the Bulldogs game. Next, we'll be up Lassen College versus Kenyatta, as we're going to end the stream and prepare for the next game. We appreciate you tuning in.